Hello. Currently there's a court case going on in St Lawerence County, New York concerning our Swartzentruber Amish culture. 10 members of our Swartzentruber Amish culture has been charged with building code violations, and this has been an ongoing issue. The argument has been in court they didn't understand English. Well, that's not accurate. We teach our children English in first grade. We do not teach them German till either third, fourth, or fifth grade. It depends on the settlement. And a lot of you are not aware, but we have between 6 and 7 different Swartzentruber Amish beliefs. One not really recognizing the other to a point where it's free travel between churches. But we do understand English, and my wife is going to brief you on some of the things words that we get taught in school.
They start out with this McGovey reader in first grade, and then they go on up into 5th and 6th, 7th and 8th, and I'm going to read off some of the words that are in the book that they do learn, like municipal, produce, democracy, quarantine, efficient, intelligence, ballot. So it's not that they don't understand English. They might not fully understand some of the meaning of the words, but they do understand the English part of it.
Well, you know, so far as Mass goes, you know, the Mass is not perhaps what it is nowadays in the modern schools, but our 5th grade is, here, page 258 in our Mass book, is saying the deepest oil well in the United States is located near Santa Maria, California. This well has a depth of 10,296 feet, find to the hundredths of a mile. The depths of this well in miles also give the result to the nearest whole mile. So, yeah, we do learn English in various ways. You know, it just depends. And then you go back into 8th grade, and it talks about mortality rate in companies and life insurance and expenses and reserve funds and stuff like that. So to say that we do not understand English is perhaps a way to stall the outcome of the building code violations. But German, like I said, doesn't get taught before 3rd grade in any Swartzentruber church school that I am aware of, except you know, the alphabets. They get taught in 3rd grade, but so far as reading don't go before 3rd or 4th. But the alphabets is like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all B, C, D, E, F, G in German. And if you want to talk about English, the 1, 2, 3 in Pennsylvania Dutch is 1, 2, 3, 4. In German, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So, you know, there's similarities between the different languages. That's what Pennsylvania Dutch is. It's a higher dialect of German, basically. And it's some of the words we slang toward German, and some we go toward English. So far as, you know, a foot tub or something like that we use a lot on the farm. A lot of them just call it a foot tub. Or grease gun, a lot of them just call it a grease gun. Some of them call it a schmutzpick or a foot tub, a fußstille. But I think the issue is deeper rooted than what it is about, you know, saying it's all of a sudden against the ordinance to accept the building code issue. I think it is because of the outhouses in some areas they're starting to push, and they're more being thorough about you got to have a building permit for everything you do. And in the past, you got a building permit, and they basically said, okay, fine, you got a building permit, that's it. But now they want to come out and really seriously inspect it. And our outhouses, we simply just dig a hole in the ground, and there's nothing to protect the underground drinking water system, and we get away with it. And if you've got English clothes on, you got to spend anywhere from 12 to 20,000 for this. And some of these outhouses are up to 10 feet was in a drinking, you know, well system. And so I think that is the issue why they're making the argument. They don't understand the word English, but they do understand it. But there's words such as criminology. I'm sure most Amish will say criminal. Yeah, this has something to do. I did wrong, but nology, what is that? So yeah, you know, there's words like that perhaps they don't understand, but they get the gist of it, I think, when you.
Oh yeah. It's not that they don't understand the English, that they do.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it educational, but I hope that court case gets resolved in St Lawerence County, New York, and I hope we have given you a deeper understanding of the Swartzentruber Amish. You all have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye now.